He wrote every day. He wrote every day. She will have completed the language course by next month. She will have completed the language course by next month. I can take a vacation next month. I can take a vacation next month. Radiate. Radiate. We will be leaving for our trip next week. We will be leaving for our trip next week. I take a nap when I'm feeling tired. I take a nap when I'm feeling tired. This is a healthy salad. This is a healthy salad. What's the result? What's the result? He armed himself with a gun. He armed himself with a gun. How did you get it? How did you get it? The car I want to buy is blue. The car I want to buy is blue. Doesn't he row at noon? Doesn't he row at noon? Can't you normally be a chef? Can't you normally be a chef? Be right back. Be right back. Not everyone is happy to work in a team. Not everyone is happy to work in a team. I can often do a hematologist. I can often do a hematologist. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. Will you invite? Will you invite? I go to the market to buy something to eat. I go to the market to buy something to eat. She was baking a cake in the oven for her daughter's birthday. She was baking a cake in the oven for her daughter's birthday. Is your son a bishop? Is your son a bishop? This is the most interesting book I've ever read. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. Do you speak English fluently? Do you speak English fluently? The bus was so loud that I couldn't concentrate. The bus was so loud that I couldn't concentrate. Were we okay? Were we okay? Couldn't you have shouted 5 days ago? Couldn't you have shouted 5 days ago? He didn't see me like this. He didn't see me like this. Can you recommend a good olive oil brand? Can you recommend a good olive oil brand? They want to learn to swim. They want to learn to swim. These chairs are very comfortable. These chairs are very comfortable. He forgot to bring his umbrella and got wet in the rain. He forgot to bring his umbrella and got wet in the rain. Despite the busy schedule, they always find time for each other. Despite the busy schedule, they always find time for each other. Are his siblings a grocer? Are his siblings a grocer? Shall we hold on as the sun rises? Shall we hold on as the sun rises? The problem is beyond my expertise. The problem is beyond my expertise. It is not produced at home. It is not produced at home. There is no chair in the room. There is no chair in the room. I won't be working tomorrow. I won't be working tomorrow. Your neighbor is an anthropologist. Your neighbor is an anthropologist. We've known about the party for weeks. We've known about the party for weeks. His stepson was a monk. His stepson was a monk. He was rarely a lawyer. He was rarely a lawyer. Can I go to other meetings? Can I go to other meetings? Never fear. Never fear. How about watching a movie tonight? How about watching a movie tonight? My friend told me, I'm going to run a marathon next year. My friend told me, I'm going to run a marathon next year. I understand the rules. I understand the rules. He could have won the lottery. He could have won the lottery. Uncle lyricist. Uncle lyricist. Are our grandchildren singers? Are our grandchildren singers? His stepfather was a minister. His stepfather was a minister. Is there a bakery counter in the store? Is there a bakery counter in the store? He played basketball with his friends. He played basketball with his friends. The letter was sent via express mail. The letter was sent via express mail. I go to the market to buy something to eat. I go to the market to buy something to eat. They want to learn to play the piano. They want to learn to play the piano. Then it could be a baker. Then it could be a baker. My mother-in-law was a glazier. My mother-in-law was a glazier. We have created 10 questions in your ticketing system. We have created 10 questions in your ticketing system. They're coming on Friday night. They're coming on Friday night. We had visited that city before. We had visited that city before. I have to make a phone call to my friend. I have to make a phone call to my friend. Sarah took a photo of the sunset. Sarah took a photo of the sunset. I am determined to be proficient in English. I am determined to be proficient in English. He's making his dreams come true. He's making his dreams come true. We will send it to you after today. We will send it to you after today. Is there a customer service desk? Is there a customer service desk? We should be economists every year. We should be economists every year. Duty. Duty. Still, there are some concerns that need to be addressed. Still, there are some concerns that need to be addressed. He had his computer repaired by a computer technician. He had his computer repaired by a computer technician. His half-brother was a reporter. His half-brother was a reporter. How can we get permission for these apps? How can we get permission for these apps? To dispute. To dispute. Can the negotiator be 2 weeks? Can the negotiator be 2 weeks? Does not quote later in the evening. Does not quote later in the evening. Can offer. Can offer. I'm in the room with the door. I'm in the room with the door. Could you decide? Could you decide? A page is missing. A page is missing. Should we seek more funds? Should we seek more funds? He loves taking pictures with his camera. He loves taking pictures with his camera. I have plenty of time. I have plenty of time. I have an appointment with the doctor for tomorrow. I have an appointment with the doctor for tomorrow. Was his colleague a bounty hunter? Was his colleague a bounty hunter? Your wife is a detective. Your wife is a detective. Can't you see the sign? You cannot park here. Can't you see the sign? You cannot park here. Meanwhile, we'll start next Monday with the current dev. Meanwhile, we'll start next Monday with the current dev. Shouldn't it be adjusted for 1 week later? Shouldn't it be adjusted for 1 week later? Rarely can they be trusted. Rarely can they be trusted. I had a really busy day today. I had a really busy day today. Should they be born? Should they be born? Broken. Broken. They would not be successful next year. They would not be successful next year. This is a comfortable blanket. This is a comfortable blanket. Could you please sign this consent form? Could you please sign this consent form? I can't believe it's worth $1 billion. I can't believe it's worth $1 billion. They must wear a life jacket when using a boat. They must wear a life jacket when using a boat. Tonsils and adenoids. Tonsils and adenoids. Can you confess? Can you confess? If they had listened to the weather, they wouldn't have forgotten their umbrellas. If they had listened to the weather, they wouldn't have forgotten their umbrellas. Do you have a penny in it? Do you have a penny in it? Should we lead every day? Should we lead every day? The easy-to-use software was quite popular among users. The easy-to-use software was quite popular among users. Is his half-brother a tall sailor? Is his half-brother a tall sailor? What would you like to do? What would you like to do? He told a joke to his friends. He told a joke to his friends. He wishes he had learned to play the piano when he was younger. He wishes he had learned to play the piano when he was younger. Eating out every day is very expensive. Eating out every day is very expensive. He needs to set the table for dinner. He needs to set the table for dinner. The food prepared by the chef was delicious. The food prepared by the chef was delicious. Not happy with the results, right? Not happy with the results, right? I went to the gym and worked out for an hour. I went to the gym and worked out for an hour. Can we go forward 2 weeks? Can we go forward 2 weeks? He hated going to school. He hated going to school. Everyone was excited for the concert. Everyone was excited for the concert. By next summer, we will be building the house for a year. By next summer, we will be building the house for a year. Why don't you answer my calls? Asked. Why don't you answer my calls? Asked. They are throwing a surprise party for their friends. They are throwing a surprise party for their friends. Good morning, how are you today? Good morning, how are you today? Can you speak slower, please? I don't understand you. Can you speak slower, please? I don't understand you. Our brothers were preachers. Our brothers were preachers. In this way, you can easily prepare a delicious and healthy meal. In this way, you can easily prepare a delicious and healthy meal. I don't expect anything from you. I don't expect anything from you. They held a fundraising event to support a local charity. They held a fundraising event to support a local charity. I definitely had a date with John last night. I definitely had a date with John last night. Aren't we hurt? Aren't we hurt? I was not a mechanic for 3 weekends before. I was not a mechanic for 3 weekends before. Wasn't she the receptionist every year? Wasn't she the receptionist every year? If you need anything, please press the call button. If you need anything, please press the call button. I'm waiting for the bus. I'm waiting for the bus. Is there a limit to how many of these discounted items I can purchase? Is there a limit to how many of these discounted items I can purchase? Except that one. Except that one. We were watching a football match on TV. We were watching a football match on TV. The door was opened by John. The door was opened by John. Can I become a journalist before? Can I become a journalist before? The cat sleeps in the sun. The cat sleeps in the sun. Workers are building a new house. Workers are building a new house. May I have your luggage tag, please? May I have your luggage tag, please? Can you tell me all about it? Can you tell me all about it? They are my friends. They are my friends. Should you freelance after 5 nights? Should you freelance after 5 nights? He had prepared his breakfast before his family woke up. He had prepared his breakfast before his family woke up. My sister is an acrobat. My sister is an acrobat. She is a talented dancer and performs in shows. She is a talented dancer and performs in shows. Let's say, the overflowing water caused the basement to flood. The overflowing water caused the basement to flood. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with you. Cancel. Cancel. Was your niece a nurse? Was your niece a nurse?